"We are dying out here. Run the trust money." That's what Lizbeth Castillo's sign read as she protested in front of the Eleanor Hall Building in Belize City today. As the Interim Vice President of the Association of Beneficiaries and Retired Public Officers, she's part of a group that has been waiting for government payments for 30 years.
During the period 1995 to 1997, we were not given our yearly increments. And the government at the time said, instead of, for reasons to themselves, and I guess for financial reasons as well, what they did was to, they invested in shares in B.T.L. So we have some B.T.L shares, and all these years, those shares have been accumulating dividends. So it's a lot of money now. And we were promised that years ago, when they were able, we were all going to sit at the table, the calculations would have been done, and people were going to get what is justly theirs.
The members explained that because of the salary freeze, the retirees' pension have been miscalculated. Castillo says the money, now over $8 million, is just sitting in a trust managed by the Public Service Workers Trust. Their worry is that while the funds are being misused, the association's members are slowly passing away from old age.
One of the things that saddens most of us is that a lot of our fellow beneficiaries keep dying each and every day. Because for government, we retire at 55. We're all people in our late 60s and older. So the youngest person would be in their 60s, that would benefit from this trust. And he made that promise, and we have had a couple of meetings with them. We've had very cordial meetings. I would want to assure everybody, because we have to say what is correct. But we think that they're not moving as fast as they ought to do.
In 2023, Prime Minister John Britney expressed his support for dissolving the trust. However, he explained that some retirees had taken the issue to the High Court, stopping the government from acting. Earlier this year, Britney mentioned that the case is still unresolved.
There's a group of public officers that have taken out a case. This is the last that I can remember. So that's in the Supreme Court. Before we could dissolve that trust, they need to take out that case out of the Supreme Court. Because if we do that, then the courts could come at us and say, well, you can't do that because it's a live matter in the court. We've said from day one, let's get that out of the... I had a meeting with them several months ago and said, get that out of the court, and they agreed that they were going to remove from the court, and then we were going to wind up that trust so that they should get their money. I support that. They should get their money because you're saying, they're getting older, they're dying, or more than ever, they need the help, they're not working, they get sick, so they have my full support.
The association stated that if the Prime Minister commits to writing to dissolving the trust, they might be convinced to drop the claim. However, without action from the government, they remain uncertain if the issue will be resolved.
We are not giving up. We are not losing hope. We think that all is going to prevail, and one day soon we are going to get our money. But if we just sit down idly, nothing will happen. So we want to get the support of the public, the media, the other public officers, because we are not the only ones that will be affected.
Britney Gordon for News 5.